Right next to me is a completely new redesign of Volkswagen's best-selling vehicle since 2018. This is the all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, just because this vehicle is all new and redesigned for 2025, does that make it worth it? And should you go and spend your hard-earned money or not? In this video, I'll be taking you through everything about this vehicle, and let's answer that question together. Is it worth it? Now, what are the price ranges of the new redesigned Tiguan? Well, they start at $30,000 for the base trim, which I have right here. This is the S model, and go up to $41,000 for the R line. Now, you can add some options and be a little bit more expensive, but that's the MSRP price range. What I will be reviewing today is the Tiguan S. So the base model, this one does have all-wheel drive and comes out to be an MSRP of literally just basically $31,000 flat. And then after dealer and destination fee, it comes out to be $32,800. But let's say you don't need all-wheel drive and just want front-wheel drive. Well, you can actually do that for $1.5K cheaper. On every single trim except the top trim, you can switch out from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive. Thank you to Executive Volkswagen in North Haven, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below. Let's dive right into it and start off with the front, because this is all new for the 2025 model year, and it's a chonker. It's an absolute monstrous sized front. It is not slim like other vehicles are. It definitely stands out. And I might get a lot of hate here, but it reminds me of the Miata Smile. It has the kind of eyes up here and then a big kind of happy, semi-happy smile if you can kind of see it. Now, what are some of the features this has? Well, it has LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and yes, LED turn signals, all in this piece right here. The higher trims do have a light bar that connects to the front here, but since this is the base, it does not have that. You have the Volkswagen logo right front and center. Everyone knows it's a Volkswagen. And over here on the side, this is functional airflow. So this will take air through this side, through the back to improve the aerodynamics. And speaking of airflow, this front here is pretty restrictive in airflow. There is a little bit of airflow for that engine up here, but that's it. This piece, that's all fake. I wish there was more airflow in it for that engine, but I guess it works out. Now down here, there's even more airflow, but that's for your AC. So what that'll do is when you have the AC on, it'll flip open and then air can be sucked through to cool yourself down. But when it's off, it's not shown and it's flipped down. The new Tiguan has 6 front parking sensors up front here and has it on the side. So when you're coming up close to, let's say, another car, a cat, or a human, or even my tripod there, it's gonna beep at you, say, hey, stop, no, don't hit it. And it does it on the side. So it doesn't want you to hit anything whatsoever. The hood of this vehicle is just as big and muscular as the front. It sticks out. I've never seen a hood stick up on this side and stick up on that side, but it gives it a really nice, distinct look. Under the hood, Volkswagen continues to surprise me with this vehicle, with it being a hydraulically lifted hood, as well as a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that is producing 201 horsepower and 221 foot-pound of torque. Now, it's all going through an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this one that I have right here is all-wheel drive, so they're 4-motion all-wheel drive. But you can get it in front-wheel drive if you want to as well. Now, this vehicle does get an average of 25 miles to the gallon and can tow up to 1.8K pounds for the all-wheel drive. But if you get the front-wheel drive, I think it's 1.5K pounds. The height of the vehicle is 66.5 inches, which comes out to be 5 foot 6.5 inches. There is a roof rail up here, but no sunroof up top. The higher trims do have sunroofs. Over on the side here, these mirrors have blind spot monitoring built into them, but it's over this side. I'll have to see if I can show you guys. That will light up when a vehicle comes on the side here. It's not like the other vehicles where it's built into the mirror. It's different, unique. Now there's turn signals as well built into these mirrors, and these are 17-inch alloy rims with all-season weather tires. Plastic cladding on the side here goes all the way around. Now if it gets dirty, wash it real quick, simple. Now with the keys in your pocket, you can come up here, hit this button, locks the vehicle. Now, what if you want to unlock it? We'll just grab the handle and it automatically unlocks. And that feature is also on the passenger side door as well, but it is not on the rear doors. The key fob of this vehicle is very basic. You got the Volkswagen logo in the back, black plastic there, this outer ring, which makes it look kind of more premium than it really is. You got lock, unlock, typical type of stuff, panic button over here, and you do have a trunk button, but this is not an automatic trunk. It's just an unlock button. So you have to physically go over here and then open up the trunk and shut it. That button just to unlock it. Open up the rear door and you're greeted to fun, like seriously, there's cool things in the back. You got this material, which is a cloth material, but reminds me of jeans. It, like, you know, the jean pants. So you get that there, as well as this plastic trim, which bubbles out, so it gives it a little bit of texture, and a leather trim piece here. So you have all these different types, as well as hard touch plastic up top and hard touch down below. Again, that's where you want it to be hard touch, because you put drink snacks in. Wow, that's actually a deep pocket. And then if it gets dirty, you spill a Coke or whatever, just wash it simple. You do have a speaker grill down there, a door handle, window control, actually 2 speaker grills. I didn't notice that. That's cool. And then hopping in the rear here, you have another storage spot this side if you want to put things. And I'm pretty sure there's one over there as well. These seats are all cloth and they stick out. So they stick out for the outboard seats and go in for the middle seat. And they're nice and squishy. They're comfortable, they're not crazy bad. The legroom is absolutely phenomenal. Now I'm 5'8", not the tallest, I have that a little bit forward, but even if it's back more, the legroom is incredible. Headroom wise, if I could flip the camera over, it's insane. I have 3-4 more inches. So a 6-foot tall person can definitely fit in here, no problem whatsoever. Grab handle up here, the light controls. Now what if I want to sit in the middle seat? How is it? Well, headroom wise, is not bad. It's just about with the outboard seats, but the legroom is horrendous. It's like the size of Mount Everest here, this hump. This thing's crazy. You're gonna have to man spread if you sit here, because you can't go like that. That's not comfortable. Now you have 2 AC vents in the back, a spot that I wish was deeper to put a phone, but like it can't do it. I don't know what even the point of that slot is. And then 2 USB Type-C ports down there. Now, if there's no middle seat passenger, you could pull this down for a cup holder armrest, 2 slots right there to put drinks, and it's nice and squishy for an armrest. Open up the front door and you're greeted to a slightly better version of the rear door. So instead of hard touch plastic up here, you have the soft touch plastic, but everything else is the same. With the plastic here that's textured, juts out. This is cloth, but it reminds me again of a jean pants. The leather trim piece here, the rest of your arm, as well as hard touch plastic down there, spot to put drinks and snacks, and it goes deep. Whoa, okay, that goes really deep. So you could probably put a, what's called an umbrella in there and keep it so when you need it. Now you have 2 speaker grills, one down here, one up there, grab handle. These 4 window controls here, and they're all 1 touch down, 1 touch up in a base model vehicle with all this texture, the 1 touch windows, and you have heated mirrors and your mirror controls there. All for base model is pretty crazy. Both front seats in this vehicle are cloth heated bucket seats that hold you into place very well. They have nice back support here and nice booty support. Like, it holds you into place. It's nice textured, pretty squishy, but it is all manual controls. So for the driver and the passenger, it's up and, you know, that's the up and down, that's the tilt with the back, and then you have forward and back there. Turn on the vehicle with a push to start and you are greeted to a tech lover's dream. You have a little dial here that can control multiple things, as well as the touchscreen and the full digital gauge cluster. Let's start out with this little dial. Usually I start out with the gauge cluster, but this is unique, so why not start out with it? This can control a few different things. So you got the volume controls there, up and down, and if you tap it once, you can get your different drive mode settings. So you got eco, comfort, sport, custom, and off-road, oh, and even snow. And in custom, you can go here and change exactly what you want. So you can go hit that little settings, and let's say you want the all-wheel drive to be sporty, but the steering to be comfort. You can do that and set it to exactly whatever you want. Now, the higher trims do have different features this can do. The higher trims, this is touchscreen, and you can control different colors with it. So instead of just the blue here, you can have red, green, yellow, all different types of stuff, and that will change colors as well. But you really can't complain with them adding the physical item in the base trim, just the higher trim has more features to it. This is the 10-inch digital gauge cluster here. That can do quite a lot. So right up front, you have your digital miles per hour there, your time, your temperature. This down here is what position you're in and gear. You got a little car there and it'll show your safety settings. Then how much fuel you have left on the tank, as well as some other things. So you can hit this view and go to 2 different modes. So you see how there's those square there, makes it more simplified. And then hit it, and you have actual gauges that show your RPMs over here or your digital miles per hour. But you can customize these 2 sides as well. So I have start and stop over here. Let's say I want, let's say total distance there. I could put that there and it'll show my odometer, as well as this side being changed to a few other things as well. So navigation, audio, telephone, compass, destination info. So let's put my audio there and it'll show exactly what song is playing with a picture, which is pretty cool. But what if you want simplified? You don't want any gauges whatsoever. Hit these little two things as well and go to no display. Hit that for that side and go to up, no display. And now you have a very simplified version. Hit view one more time and you have nothing. The steering wheel in this vehicle is a leather trimmed 3-spoke steering wheel. It is not heated in the base trim, but it still looks very nice with the Volkswagen logo right front and center. Over there is the controls I showed you with that screen. You also have a voice command, as well as left and right to skip forward and back to music. Over here is some of your volume controls, as well as these buttons up here being all your safety controls, or the things you can customize at least. Hit mode, and you have 3 different things. I like how it's not hidden through a whole touch screen here. It's very simple, just hit that. And then you could have travel assist, so scroll these down over here. Travel assist, adaptive cruise control, or normal cruise control. What even is travel assist? Okay, now I can't get back to it. But that is what they call their IQ drive. And that does lane centering as well as adaptive cruise control. You need your hands on the wheel at all times. It is not anywhere near a hands-free driving experience, but it'll keep you centered in the lane as well as keeping your distance from the vehicle in front of you and your set speed that you have it to. So you can pretty much just, chill. It's gonna do a lot of the work for you. You need to be paying attention to the road, but it does a lot for you. What are some of the other safety settings? Well, it says rear cross traffic alert, front parking sensors, rear parking sensors, blind spot monitoring over on the side there, as well as a backup camera with moving trajectory lines. So if I want to move the wheel, that will move as well. It is pretty clear. It's not the absolute clearest, but it definitely gets the job done. And you have a different view if you want, as well as this is all with your parking sensors. So you can pretty sure, oh, okay, no, you can just make that bigger if you want. The touchscreen in this vehicle is 13 inches, has wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay built into it. It is all new for Volkswagen. It's all new OS system, and it's super smooth and easy to use. But there is a lot, and it's a lot of in-depth stuff that is a little confusing at the start, but hopefully I'll teach you a little bit, most of it at least. So if you want to hold this down, you can customize this menu. Remember your old Android phones where you have widgets? Well, this is what you can do. And you can go add a page if you want and select different ways of layouts. So if you want just 2, you could have that. You want more and even more, you can have that as well. So hit OK. And this can only be customized to 2 different things. This big screen can be music or telephone. So let's change it back to music. That up there can be changed to all these different types of things. So Ida is the voice assistant, that's your drive mode display, tips and help, driving data, and temperature controls as well. So same with those screens, those can be customized to whatever you want. So you can have like 5 different home screen tabs if you want, with 1 music, 1 safety settings, 1 this, and go and customize every little thing you want. Hit done, and it just goes to your center screen. So now you can scroll through all the different pages you created, and you can delete them if you don't want them. Now there is more. So this is all your apps. So you know when you slide up on your phone and you have all your apps, not your home screen? Well, this is that. So you can scroll through all the different apps as well. But this can be customized. So hold the telephone if you want, and you can drag that around. So if you want that in different spots, you want, let's say, App Connect is Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you want that to be first, you can have that. Now in vehicle favorites, you can go and add little things about the vehicle. So your traction control on or off, your auto start stop, the assist systems, or go and add, you can add hill descent control and scroll through these little pages and add certain things. Let's say drive mode you want to add and hit done. And now you can go through this little tab and hit all your little favorites, which the coolest one is wiper and service position, because you hit that and it goes right up. So you can have that as a little hotkey. The hotbar down below is for your climate controls and your heated seats. So you have 3 levels of heated seats for the driver and the passenger, as well as dual zone climate controls. So the driver can have its own climate, so they can be extremely hot if they want, and the passenger can have it extremely cold if they want. And then if you want even more like crazy settings, go into climate itself, and now you can control every little thing. So fan speed there, you want, I'm pretty sure this is kind of like, yeah, air care. So it's gonna purify the air in this vehicle. And you can turn on or off, the up top, down below, sync it together. This is where everything you can customize, because there is no physical AC controls in this vehicle. That's a downside, that you have to go through a touchscreen to actually do that. There's no dials like other vehicles have, but at least they make it pretty simple. And just a few more things with this touchscreen, but if you scroll this down, you have another kind of hotbar here. It's crazy the amount. You have brightness settings there. This is where you can go change little stuff around in the control center. So you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth, sound, your station list, and go and change some of these around, as well as a dark mode and a light mode. So if you want it light, you can have it, or you want it dark, saves your eyes a little bit better. And then let's go through one other thing, the IDA, which is the voice assistant in this vehicle. So IDA is like Volkswagen's version of Siri, where you can go and say, hey, how far can I drive still?
Based on your current consumption, you will still be able to drive 30 miles.
Okay, cool. Thank you. It did it for me. And lower the assistant volume.
I'm now talking quieter.
Wow, okay, that does it very fast. I did not expect it to do that. And if you want to know exactly what it can do, go to the tips tab here, and it could be the basic functions, the news feed. So you say, hey, what's the news like right now? Telephone, radio, customize your AC controls, as well as the vehicle status. So like I showed you, what is my driving data? But you can say, what's your oil level? What are my tires okay? What's my tire pressure at? And it'll tell you exactly that. It's more intense than other vehicles' voice assistants. And this is my favorite part. You can set a customized wake word. So, hello Jarvis. For my Iron Man fans, so you can say, hello Jarvis. And it activates. Now, one final thing in this vehicle, there is a tips and help page. So if you're confused on anything that I said there, you can go through and look exactly what to do in the vehicle. So layout, operation, and hit it, and it'll give you a little description of what exactly to do and describe it. So you don't have to watch someone like me, you don't have to use AI, you just go in your car and look at it. Below the touchscreen, there's two cup holders, a spot here to maybe put the key fob, or if you want, put your Sour Patch Kids right there. You have your parking brake, that little gauge I showed you, your start and stop button. That looks really nice. This vehicle stands out in design. Everything looks really cool. As well as down here being your wireless charging pad. It's a slot, so you have to slot your phone in there. It's not a pad where you rest it on. I personally don't like that because you have to take your phone out and in, but hey, it keeps you less distracted from your phone because you have to kind of take it out. And then you have two USB Type-C ports down there, really good amount of storage, as well as this leather trimmed armrest. Open that up, some more storage, and even deeper storage, as well as a 12-volt outlet to charge your phone. And one thing I am noticing, and I've talked about it in my other vehicle or other review, I did a Kia EV6, they are taking out the sunglass holder in all these vehicles. Keep track of all new vehicles. It seems like that's the common trend. They're just taking it out, like, because no one's really noticing, but I like it, and I think a lot of people use it, their sunglass holder, or put little pens, pencils, little knickknacks in there. They're taking it out. But I do have to say, if you need a sunglass holder type thing in this vehicle, it does come with a little slot down here. Now, it's not big enough to put sunglasses. It might be, but it's a little extra storage if you need it. The rear of the vehicle is definitely a complete 180 than the front because it's more sleek in the back, where the front it was more big, bulbous, and aggressive. You have LED taillights in the back as well as LED turn signals. This piece right here and that piece over there. This part right here doesn't connect. It is not a light bar. In the higher trims, they do have a light bar that connects, but this is just red. It does stand out in the nighttime, so it looks pretty cool. Volkswagen logo right in the back there. Tiguan below that. The rear glass juts in here, makes it this more kind of sport back design with the rear wiper blade there. You got a spoiler in the back, and down below you have rear parking sensors. Just like the front, there's rear ones that also go on the side here. So if I back up to something kind of on the corner, it's gonna detect it. So if you guys, on tripod or cat or human, it doesn't want you to hit it. It's gonna beep and say, no, don't hit that thing. And there is two exhaust ports way down below. So race car. This is my favorite part of all my videos because I get to see if I can fit in the trunk. A 5A map, can he fit here? Let's see. Now it is a manually operated trunk. It is not power, but there is hydraulics, so it'll help it do most of it. The space is incredible here. I think it can fit two of me. Let's see. One here, and yeah, another one as well. You have little extra storage pockets on this side and over there to put little things, as well as the most weird extra storage pocket. I have never seen an extra pocket here. Now, what can you put there? It's kind of deep. I don't know what, but hey, you can hide things and no one will know. As well as a 12-volt outlet port to charge a phone. And if you want the seats down, just hit that. That flies down, and hit it over here as well. Boom, simple like that. A kid can do it. And now you can lay down if you want, put a whole big cabinet and store more items. Taking out the 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, how does this vehicle feel? How does it drive? And how is it just sitting in the driver's seat? Well, sitting in the driver's seat, It's nice, it's pretty comfortable here, but the overall drive of it is calm. You don't hear a lot of road noise. That's the one thing that I picked up on in the first second, is there's no road noise. The sound dampening is kind of crazy. It's as silent as an electric vehicle, which Volkswagen must have did that on purpose and put a lot of sound dampening and tuned all of it out. I don't even have the radio going and I can't hear a thing whatsoever. So it is phenomenal. The suspension wise in this is in between soft and stiff. It's right in the middle of it where kind of you can throw it around a little bit. You're gonna have body roll, but it snaps into place very well. It does feel like a big vehicle though, I will say that. The hood is massive. I can't really see over the hood there. I mean, I'm short here. Maybe if I raise my seat, I could, but I can't really see that, and it does feel wide. It is short though. You're not in this massively tall vehicle, but you feel just big. And if you like that, this is definitely the vehicle for you because it just gives off that big vibe to it. The engine in here, 201 horsepower, 21 foot-pounds of torque. I'll make sure I'll put it up there. And you step on it, 0 to 60 in 7.7 seconds. Nothing crazy fast, but it gets you up to speed pretty good. The star of the show in this vehicle is the technology. With the massive touchscreen, the massive digital gauge, the IQ driving assist, which does adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and will slow down if vehicles cut in front of you. The technology is crazy. The wireless charging pad, that little dial here, which no other vehicle has, especially in this $32,000 price point, a little dial down there to control with a screen on it. It's insane, and I wish that could do more. Now, in the higher trims, it can do 1 or 2 more things, like change different colors, but that's really it. I wish they can update it and you could put like a picture of your dog there. You know, in like people's gaming PCs where they have like the little CPU coolers, that's what it reminds me of, the little screen, and you can change it to like, an anime girl, that's what people have it as. So it would be cool to change different images here, get little, GIFs or GIFs, whatever you kind of call it, as you're driving, you're a passenger, you could see it. It'd be kind of fun. Now, the vehicles that this compares to is the Honda CR-V, the Mazda CX-5, the Ford Escape. They're all give or take the same price range, and this has 10 times more features. I just did a very quick short video of the 2026 Honda CR-V, and that was literally same exact price range of $32,000. And this has way more than that does. Like over the top way more. It has a massive touchscreen, this has the digital gauge. Volkswagen definitely stepped it up for the 2025 model year, and they did a really good job. Overall, I hope Volkswagen does this with all their vehicles going forward because this is insane. This is a really cool vehicle. But the real question is, what do you think about this vehicle? Do you like it or do you absolutely hate it? Be totally honest. And do you think it's worth the $32,000? Let me know in the comments below. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep updated with more content. And a huge thank you to Executive Volkswagen in North Haven, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below.